sponsors of social media hate speech bills lament as bandits take over their states. Both lawmakers are sponsors of the controversial social media and hate speech bills. Senators Sani Musa, Niger East, and Sabi Abdullahi, Niger North, are lamenting the takeover of their states by bandits. Recall that both lawmakers are sponsoring the controversial bills to regulate social media and prevent hate speech, respectively. Speaking as plenary on Wednesday, December 4th, 2019, Musa alleged that Nigeria's security architecture in his constituency has failed. There are no security agencies intercepting them. You cannot imagine the victims I have seen. They will hardly survive because they are all having injuries from gunshots, the senator cried out. So I'm bringing this matter of urgency to this hallowed chamber to rise to this occasion because the insecurity is becoming alarming, and if we should allow it to continue, we feel safe here. We are not safe. I'm putting this motion so that something drastic can be done. I will want this house to resolve in calling the security chiefs to order. The security architecture in that area is not working. The bandits from Katsina, Zamfara are all in Niger State. Side effects of the Zamfara strategy. Senator Abdullahi, sponsor of the hate speech bill, claims Niger State is at the receiving end of the efforts made by Zamfara government to rid its state of the bandits. Niger State is bordered by Kebbi, Zamfara, and Kaduna. We all know Zamfara State was embroiled in this banditry. The effort made in the state is making life unbearable in Niger, he said. He said, in my senatorial district, Makama local government is bordering Zamfara State. We should find a way of looking at this thing holistically. Thereafter, the Senate called on the service chiefs to enhance security in the state. There was also a call to the federal government to provide relief materials to those affected by the attacks. So guys, we've heard it all from these two lawmakers, and one thing that is so funny is that the government is saying they've defeated Boko Haram squarely or technically, and this is a wake-up call to the spokesperson of DSS, who was talking about Shiwore wanted to bring unrest into the system, causing all manner of things. I'm sure whether it is this Shiwore that is causing this happiness in that state that these people, these lawmakers have really cried out for, and saying that they don't think that those people might be able to survive it because of the degree of the injuries that they sustained. You can imagine that kind of a thing. Now, what are they going to do? So is it as a result of a hate speech that brought all of those things, or is it social media that caused what is happening to all those people? The DSS person was talking about, oh, they can't fold their hands. So what are they doing about all of these things? Have they not gathered intelligence information enough for them to have tackled all of those things? What they are supposed to be doing, they are not going to do it. The harmless people, those are the people that they are going to be going after. What have they been able to bring to the table? What have they found out? What are their findings concerning all of these things that have been happening in the country? We are even talking about, those ones are even talking about their own. The whole insecurity issue is caused across board. That is what people have been experiencing, but they will not go into all of those things. And recently, the DSS has come out to say, oh, some people are trying to make the environment or the country uncomfortable because they want to protest. I don't know why they are so allergic to protest. When people want to come out to protest, they are not comfortable with that. They can get all those intelligence gathering, but when it comes to people who are being maimed on a daily basis, day in, day out, they are not doing anything about it. They will not hear any information. They will not gather any information as regards that. But when it's something that, the government is doing that is not okay, that people really want to talk about it, they will be angry about it. They will be telling you, that is when you hear them talking professionally. They will want to tell you they are professionals, they are this, they are that. But the things that we bring peace, real peace, they won't see all of those things. They won't swing into action. They are folding their hands. The ones that are proposing all manner of a bill, sponsoring all manner of bills, wicked bill. Even the bill itself is a speech in its entirety. So now they are crying out. Is it the hate speech and the social media that's causing all those things that they themselves are complaining about in their constituency? The government will come and say, oh, they have defeated the Boko Haram, this and that, they have done this, they have done that. But in reality, what do you see? Nothing. You see nothing on ground. And they expect people to be quiet. They expect people not to say anything. Someone says, Senator, that is hate speech. Oh, how can you complain of bandits taking over your state? That means you are saying the Nigerian security are useless. Ha ha ha. This warrants hanging. That's what somebody is saying. Senator, I charge you for the hate speech for calling a personal bandit. There, you are hereby sentenced to death by hanging. You can see the law of karma is at play when you left your constitutional responsibility of representing the interests of your people to sponsor of a draconian bill against the fundamental freedom of speech and brought of the goods of people of Nigeria. It's just dawned on you that there's extremely insecurities in your state. Your hypocrites who want to do the bidding of a clueless master. For you accusing the security agents for not being around to protect your people is hate speech. Be careful of the hangman's noose. Instead of being conscious of the insecurity bedeviling the nation, they are there sponsoring hate speech. That's what somebody is saying there. He whose house is on fire is busy chasing rodents. Nigeria problem is not hate speech, no, not allowing people to speak their minds, but to think outside the box and create jobs for our teeming youth who constitute 80 million to 85 million of our population. If jobs are created, armed banditry, kidnapping, yahoo, all these vices will disappear. The Minister of Youth and Sport, Humanitarian Affairs, Women Affairs, Economic Development, and many more should organize themselves and come up with carefully organized and structured policy meant to create jobs for our youth. If you don't know how it will be organized, you can meet me. I am a Nigerian who have done similar things for Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Rwanda, and some countries, and they are better off it. Sponsoring of HPB will not put food on the tables of Nigeria. Nigerians, if you want to spend or send a request through this medium, thanks. So guys, a lot of people are saying a lot of things. Those are instead of them to sit down, what the causes of this hate speech in the first place. And when you talk about regulation of social media, in what way? I don't know whether they want to go and close down YouTube, or they want to go and close down Facebook, or what is this thing, Instagram, and many other platforms, social media platforms. I don't know whether they want to close it down, or they want to leave what they are going to be doing, be monitoring people who are going to be speaking and trying to report to all those platforms. I don't know how they really want to do all of those, most especially when it comes to regulations of social media. Instead of them to sit down and face the problems, the real problems causing all of this mayhem. No, they will not do that, because they feel that people don't even know their rights in the first place, and they are really adamant on this issue of hate speech and social media regulations. Let them continue. Let them continue living the main thing and be pursuing shadows. See, people are dying. According to their reports, according to their own submission, that they don't even think that those people will survive all of those things because of the degree of injury they've sustained. So what will happen? And those people are living in pain, they are suffering, and you guys are there thinking, oh, you are being surrounded with security agencies that are always going with you day in, day out. Don't forget that those ones who are even guarding you, they are facing a lot of problems. Their children, their own families are in agony. They are not happy. They are suffering. And you think you are safe. It is not going to happen. Whatever you think they are giving them, which is peanuts, will not last forever, because it will not even help them. It will not take them anywhere in the first place. Someone said, instead of presenting bill that will affect the life of citizens positively, you are presenting anti-purpose bill. I am disappointed in you, senators. Sir, now that the insecurity is in your domain, I hope you have enough reason to send a bill that will give death sentences to terrorists that are invading our villages, killing innocent women and children without any reason. Please don't waste time because it is now. Of course, those who are involved in all of those is killing people directly, see me, see you, because they are saying, oh, any speech that you make that will not lead, before you say any speech making that will not lead to people's, people dying, that is the reason why you are proposing that a speech bill. But what of people who are doing it right here, right now, koro, now? What bills are you proposing for all those people? See that these people are just there, they don't even know what they are doing. Someone say, nah, them, nah him brother and them, they should just take care of themselves. A speech from this man calling someone bandits. Sit down and be crying to the house. Don't go and do what the Zamfara state governor is doing. Mr. Wadia mean, Mr. Man, what do you mean by that? You mean the government has failed security-wise? Man, that's hate speech. That is hate speech. You leave what you're supposed to do and be doing another thing. They will kidnap you very soon. When you think you have stolen the front yard from your innocent neighbors, God will spring up enemies from your backyard. I think it's time you to consider sponsoring bandits bill that will mitigate through the use of military might the activities of bandits. Accusing security chiefs of incompetence is hate speech. You can imagine? Why must you complain about insecurity? Don't you know that almost that amounts to 8 speeches? Continue to sponsor HPB. I pray that the bandits not spare any of your people who has nothing better in brain to think. This is purely hate speech by the sponsor of the hate speech for saying the security apparatus in their state have failed. Police and other security agencies. Is this not a daylight blackmail? I laugh. So guys, what do you think about all of this? Leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.